Maria, and this is my son Leo. Leo was diagnosed at the age of 6, I believe, as being autistic or the spectrum. And since the age of 6 years old till now, recently, he doesn't communicate, or he wasn't communicating 50% of the time. We would use codes before that, and then after we put him in a program in school, so he was there for 2 years. And in the program in school, we did see an improvement, but it still was communicating with words. It wasn't like back and forth. If I asked him a question, he would not answer, and if he's called by his name, he rarely would respond or make eye contact. Right now, we just finished a prayer, but I did bring him once here as I would pass by and see, what do you call it, outside, the awning or the tent? I would see the tent outside, and it just intrigued me to come because I did see the title said holistic healing, and I said, let me give it a try. I don't believe in like some, yes, but not all, like actual intake medicine. So they said, with speech therapy, he'll get better, which is true. And again, when we came, I didn't know what to expect, and my husband and I and my daughter and him, we came immediately by his own will. He put his phone down, which is to us kind of impressive because we would argue with him to put down his phone. He doesn't have an actual phone, but just to play. And he put it down and was away from me at least more than 10 feet, which is he's never done. So immediately I was like, something going on here in a good way. And he was very eye contact with the staff here. When they asked him questions, he would look at them, which was really odd. And he, Carissa or Melissa, I'm sorry, Carissa, right? He immediately had this, I don't know, connection with Carissa. She smiled at him, and he would approach her. I did ask you guys to pray over him, and I appreciate it. You guys did. Immediately after we left, as I shared with Carissa in the car, we weren't expecting it to be, I wanted it, but I didn't want to immediately, expect results, because I know you guys shared some previous testimonies. But when we got in the car, it's like he was a bottle capped, closed, and then all of a sudden I'm not saying he's went crazy and spoke a lot, but he was speaking in full sentences. No, like before he would ask, if he's hungry, he'll say nuggets, I want nuggets. And when we got in the car, we buckled him up, and he immediately started talking to his little sister. He would say to her, which I forgot to share with you, he would never say, do you want this? He would never ask the question. So he did. He asked her, do you want to watch this, which was like a cartoon on her tablet, or do you want to watch this other one, because he knows which two she likes. And my husband and I turned around, we're like, is he talking to her? Really, we were like, okay, let's not get too carried away. And then he said, I want to eat nuggets. And we were like, did he just ask, he's never said that. He did say he was hungry, and we were like, he usually just says nuggets, or I want nuggets. That would mean he's hungry. And we drove to Wendy's, and my husband was letting me play around a little bit. So he asked them questions, what does your mommy get from here? Or, well, first he asked him what is he getting. He told him exactly what he gets, which is a kid's meal. But he said exactly what goes on the kid's meal. And then my husband asked him, what about mommy? So, which is funny because my husband doesn't know this, but he sees me eat. This is the only ketchup and fries that I eat from Wendy's. I don't really eat ketchup. So he told him, yeah, mommy gets ketchup with fries. And I was like, I was like impressed because, that's like observant of him. And my husband was like, no, you don't. I was like, I do actually. And like, I don't really eat the food here anymore. I just eat like French fries and ketchup. But lastly, I know this is going on too long. We did notice, and I brought him, for other reasons today, but he has understood concepts such as, I think you worded it differently than I did, but when he speaks now, there's character behind it. He understands the questions why, and it's not like I was asking him. I would ask his sister a question, and he would immediately, because she's a baby, she's almost 2, he would immediately answer for her in a full sentence. And he said at least 5 different words that we never heard him say. So previous to when we brought him here, we were all a little bit sick, and he would call the vomiting, he would say throw up before, so he would never use the word vomit. And he told us that he didn't want milk, strawberry milk, because that's what he had before he had a stomach bug. So he associated the strawberry milk with him, throwing up, but he didn't say I threw up. He said I vomit the strawberry milk, and we were like, I don't think we ever heard him say the word vomit, and other words too. So yes, that is my testimony, or I'm bringing it back, for the other reasons, but I do see an improvement in him, and it's happened like quickly. I'm happy.